Did you know that 20 to 25% of us procrastinate chronically? It's an issue that's been affecting our lives since the dawn of the human race. While some believe it's purely genetic and can never be fixed, that's not true. Rather, there are ways to fix this chronic pattern so that it will never affect you again. For centuries, psychologists have been trying to understand procrastination, what causes it, and what overwhelming guilt we receive even when we're not doing tasks we're supposed to. As humans, we're not immune to procrastination. I would go even far as to say that most of us put off tasks that are much needed for our success. Whether it's a school project, a side hustle, the next big business move, or something as simple as buying your groceries, it affects our future, our present, and our mental health. But most people believe procrastination can never be cured, and if a person is lazy, they're going to stay that way for the rest of their lives, not achieving any of their goals and dreams. But how exactly do you overcome procrastination? Well, you follow these 7 steps. Reduce the number of decisions. You might have heard about a term called mental fatigue. Yes, it's real. Just like how your body gets absolutely beat after a workout and we can't move a single muscle, our minds work in a similar way. You might even be shocked to know that our mind works similar to a muscle. Throughout the day, we're pushed to make small decisions, and together they make your brain go numb and fatigued, resulting in you procrastinating the right thing. When you have to contend with a large volume of thoughts up front, you'll be drained of your self-control and the ability to think, leaving you tired. The only fix is to limit the number of decisions you make throughout the day. Successful people like Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, and even Steve Jobs all had one thing in common. They would use their energy wisely. Hence, they would often wear the same clothes daily. Remember, details matter. The nothing alternative. Now you might be surprised, but even one of the biggest crime fiction novelists, Raymond Chandler, suffered from procrastination. He introduced us to the nothing alternative method to avoid procrastinating on his daily writing. Maybe you're writing a thesis yourself, or you have a plethora of undue assignments. Whatever the case is, you can use this method to get tasks done quickly and efficiently. On this day, Raymond would set aside 4 hours in the day and give himself an ultimatum: write or do nothing at all. And when he would simply stare at the window or the floor, his mind would get bored, and something that he found boring just a couple of minutes ago would look enticing. Such a straightforward but truly interesting method. But what if you're thinking of something simple that wouldn't involve hours of self-talk with yourself? Introducing the Pomodoro technique. It's the most efficient time management technique that could boost your productivity to higher heights. In this method, you work for 20 to 25 minutes, and then you take a 5-minute break. Sounds pretty off, doesn't it? But wait. With the Pomodoro technique, you spend 4 sessions taking a 5-minute break, and after the 4th session, you take a big 15 to 30-minute break, rewarding you for your efforts. You see, our brain loves when there's a reward, and with the Pomodoro technique, you will easily get stuff done quickly while enjoying your mini breaks. Get rid of distractions. As someone who's been an avid procrastinator, if there's one thing I can say, it's that your mind reacts to your environment. Something as little as your room being dirty, full of mess, or your table having clutter all over the place will give you brain fog. I would even go as far to say that your mind is just like your working desk. If it's clean, you'll work with much more clarity without stopping. And if it's cluttered, you'll put off tasks for as long as possible. Start by removing the clutter from your environment, and you'll see a massive increase in your productivity and a decrease in your laziness. Use the power of specificity. Being specific in life never hurts. Rather, it helps you especially when you're procrastinating. To beat procrastination, you should use the SMART method, which literally translates to specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. These goals will give you a clear direction, enabling you to work without procrastinating. But there's an interesting analogy between the power of specificity. You see, as humans, we tend to have a fear of the unknown. Let's say you have to start a project for a YouTube video. At first, it will be quite overwhelming, but when you plan the whole thing and have actionable steps, your fear of the unknown will disappear, allowing you to work smartly and amply. Dividing the tasks. As humans, we are perfectionists. But this leads to thoughts like, "I'll do it later," or "I will do it at the right time." One of the most efficient ways to beat procrastination is to divide the tasks or a task into simple steps. By dividing a task into simple steps, not only are you getting more varied on your actionable steps, but the mental clarity will allow you to get it done fast and efficiently. It takes away your anxieties and lets you focus on one important goal at a time. And once you have enough mini goals, you can get mini wins, which release dopamine in your brain, giving you the pleasure of literally doing the task that you were avoiding for the past month or so. Finally, practice mindfulness. But what's a permanent cure for a habit like procrastination? Well, first you need to understand that it's not a disability or a disease. Secondly, you have to understand that it's fixable. And the single permanent solution to kick procrastination forever is to practice mindfulness. A study published in the International Journal of Mental Health and Addiction found that mindfulness-based practices severely decrease procrastination. So, by staying in the current moment, practicing meditation, and stopping scrolling social media for cheap dopamine rewards, you can cure your brain of this habit and slowly become a superhuman who can work on any task out there. Many of us believe procrastination is a disease that can never be cured. While it can be received genetically, it's something that anyone can cure. With the 7 steps above, once you master each of them and reach the mindfulness state, you can say goodbye to delaying things and see the lie from a whole new perspective. And if you're interested in more videos like these, please give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell icon for future videos like these.